Welcome back. I'm that one mindful guy, a consultant on well-being, mindfulness, and a hypnotherapist. Let's see if we can make stuff better. Welcome back to this video, and it is going to be all things about sleep. Now, the chances are you're here because the quality of sleep you're getting isn't good enough, or you're struggling to get to sleep. So all of this content is going to be designed and tailored to help you turn that around and get a great night's sleep. There are, of course, some things that won't be helped by this video. Things like depression or physical pain or substance misuse. In those cases, you should always seek the advice of a qualified medical professional. So coming right up will be my top 10 tips to help you get a better night's sleep, and of course we will then be going into my guided hypnotic sleep meditation to help you get off to the planet sleep. I'm also going to be putting a time code down in the description, so if you need to jump to a particular part, either straight to the top tips or go straight into that hypnotic meditation, then you can do so. But of course, don't forget to like and subscribe before you do that. Okay, so tip number 1. If you are a worrier and that is what's keeping you up at night, then my friend, I am afraid you are doing it all wrong. Because if you want to be a worrier, then you need to become a professional worrier. What do I mean? I mean, if you're worrying 24/7, then you can't be effective at worrying, and whatever it is that you're worrying about isn't going to get resolved. Imagine an athlete, right? They train specifically, they eat to a strict diet. All of their daily routine is carefully calculated and measured out. They don't just overexert themselves, because obviously the resulting performance is going to be flat. Now, when you consider the average person has something like 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and only 10,000 of those are positively orientated, and 85% of what people worry about doesn't even happen, and this tiny percentage that does happen turns out to be not that bad. So definitely do become a pro worrier. Tip number 2 is about moving your body and getting more exercise. Studies have shown that when we do get more exercise, not only are we improving the quality of a sleep, we're also increasing the length of quality sleep. So definitely exercise is right up there. Tip number 3. This is about not being irritated. If you are one of those people that go to bed and become very, very frustrated, tossing and turning and finding it hard to get to sleep, you need to stop that right away. Get out of bed and go and find something to do. Find something that's a little bit boring, the kind of thing that makes you want to fall asleep, like ironing, for example. That's a boring chore for some people, although some do enjoy it. Or have a nice soothing milky drink, something like that, that's going to get you sleepy again, and then return back to the bed. Tip number 4, this is about having a nice hot bath before bed, an hour or 2 before bed, because you need that cooling. And it's the cooling that signals the body to get ready for sleep. It's a very, very natural thing that happens when we go into sleep, the body cooling. So a nice hot bath, an hour or 2 before you go to bed, and it's going to get you sleeping just great. So tip number 5, this is about no devices in the bedroom. Stop hunting. When you're on your devices, your mind is the same as when you're hunting, and you're active and you're alert and you're trying to find what you're looking for. Okay, stop that. Even your mega flat screen TV, if you can, get it out of the room. Tip number 6. This is about creating a nice, relaxing space in your bedroom. Make sure you move your bedroom around or do whatever it takes to create a nice space to relax in. Artificial lights as well are not going to be helpful for getting a good night's sleep. So if you do have lots of artificial lights, try turning them off and replacing them with soft lamps. Or if you're going to use candles, then of course, be very, very careful about that. Safety first. Tip 7, avoid stimulants like tea, coffee, alcohol, and cigarettes. These things are not going to relax you. Number 8, this is about not using your bedroom for anything else other than relaxation and sleep, and of course a bit of sexy time. That's going to be just fine. Tip 9, again, this is about exercise, but this time it's about not doing exercise. Make sure you're not doing exercise at least 2 hours before you go to bed. Of course, an acceptable form of exercise in a bedroom is sex. That goes without saying. And finally, tip 10, this is just about relaxation. Learn to breathe. Listen to some calming music, or read a nice book. It's just about learning to self-relax when you go to bed. And if you are looking for a tip to help you get nice and sleepy, then I can really recommend the 3 things relaxation. So with your eyes open, find 3 things in the room that you can see. Then notice 3 things that you can touch or you could touch, and 3 things that you can hear. And do that until you run out of things. And at that point, close your eyes and use your imagination so you can be as creative as you possibly want. And this is great because you're kind of mimicking the way the dreaming brain goes into sleepy kind of niceness. So imagine the 3 things you can see, imagine 3 things you could touch, imagine 3 things you can hear, and hopefully that's going to get you really nice and sleepy and ready for bed. That one works a treat for most people. That pretty much wraps up these top tips for getting a better night's sleep from me. And as promised, we're going to go straight into your guided sleep meditation right now. And lastly, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It really, really will help this channel so we can create more content and send it out to you guys. Great. See you next time. So before we start, this deep sleep hypnosis is designed to guide you into the ultimate sleep experience. So when you wake up, you can feel fantastic and fully refreshed and recharged. But I must also stress that this is a hypnotic download. And with that, you mustn't listen to this when your full attention is required, such as when you're driving a car. Okay. So let's take a few grounding breaths. This is your time now to explore and form a new relationship with deep rest, absolute, instinctive, and natural sleep. Because it's true, is it not, that sleep is something that is very natural to us. Indeed, there were times many years ago simply when you didn't even need to know just how to fall asleep. It's something that just happened easily, without thought. Just like eating or walking, your unconscious mind knows how to do that. In fact, some might even say that sleeping is more natural than many other unconscious and automatic actions such as smiling or perhaps even walking. It's just sleeping. Now, as we begin to enter this deeply relaxed state, you can just be aware of my voice, a guide to help you ease into this calming and pleasant experience. And it's the spaces and gaps between these words where you might find the opportunity to go further, more restfully, into that deep and natural relaxation. And there's always a time, is there not, when our body signals that it's time to rest very deeply. It's that kind of warm, maybe comfortably fuzzy feeling that you get. And at first, that might be a curious thing. But isn't it so irresistible? Almost as though you want to pull that experience closer and closer, absolutely slipping into comfort. Until you're perfectly and comfortably blessed with warmth and well-being, guided into the natural sway of calming sleep now. Just like how a child enjoys the soothing and rocking of its mother's arms. And we can allow ourselves to reconnect with our unconscious minds, a place where we can access restorative wellness and calm. And your unconscious mind knows how to do this very well. In fact, it's that part of you that knows just how to take care of you very well. And you can trust it to do that. That's it, just like that. And in just a moment, I'm going to tell you something. And you can be curious about that. And curiously, deeply relaxed at the same time, you see. Your unconscious mind remembers a time, a long, long, restful time ago, when falling asleep was just so easy. Sleep could be effortless, indeed unconscious, that's it, just like that. Beautifully and heavily relaxed with calm, floaty, still feeling, that's it. Floating into that comfort of the warm sleep. And it might be the softness of that pillow, or the calming sounds of a gently flickering candle that lets you know it's time now for you to rest into a deep, deep. These sensations, your body and mind guiding you now, instinctive, the softness of sleep. That's it. Just drifting effortlessly with bliss, tranquility. Just perfectly you there. So still. And it's amazing, is it not, how just as the wind can carry a seed for miles across warm oceans and beautiful fields, you can leave behind the chatter and any last drops of tensions as they fade far and far away. Just you now, in this moment, safe and so deeply rested. Your body is so restfully eased with calm. And how much deeper we can go as we embody that feeling, that lovely warm depth of relaxation, sinking deeper, deeper with every breath, with every number as we count down, more and more restful with each 10 and 9. That's it. 8 and 7 and 6, and what would it be like when we get down to 5 and 4 and 3, so restful with 2 and 1 and 0 all the way down. Let's stay here just drifting sound asleep, and that word sleep, so natural. The word you don't, a word you don't need to hear right now, but so natural as we go down, so sleepy, and deeply relaxed and down. Just you here, the calmness of the stars twinkling way up there above. Beautiful, shining, twinkling stars. The universe and faraway places and planets to be explored just as your dreaming mind can find far away and restful experiences. That's it. Your journey of imagination, tranquility and peace and rest. Rest and sleep. Something your unconscious mind has learned and relearned to do so very well. Just nothing to do, nowhere to go, just dreaming softly and sleeping beautifully here so perfectly asleep and calm.